on a replay. So my name is Eric, and we're going to be talking about what problem are you solving in the marketplace. Now, this is going to be for business owners. If you're a business owner and you are looking to solve, well, if you're a business owner, you should be looking to solve a problem. Okay, I'm going to jump right into this. If you are a business owners solve problems. No matter what your business is, whether you're in the crafting industry, whether you're in the financial services industry, whether you have a lawn care service, you may be a babysitter. I don't know, whatever the case may be. You may be a auto repair mechanic, mechanic. Whatever the lane that you're in. If you are not, if you're not, get this mic together. If you are not solving a problem, then it's going to be hard for you to make some money. So making money in business is about solving the problem, and solving the problem is going to deal a lot with finding your customer audience, or your target audience, your customer base. This thing is not going to work with this. All right, let's see. Hope this thing is coming out clear. So yeah, so now there's a couple of things we're going to talk about as far as being a business owner and actually solving a problem in the marketplace. A lot of people jump into business because they want to make money, and there's nothing wrong with that until that person doesn't make money in business. Some people talk about it being a passion, and they say, you know what, do something you love and you'll never work a day in your life. And other people actually understand that in order to be successful in business, you have to help people. Helping people is a part of being um, successful in business, or having that forward progress that you desire in business. Once again, most people get into business because they want to make more money. And I want you to think about this. If you got into business because you wanted to make more money and you don't make more money, then you lose out, because a lot of folks don't understand the benefits of being in business. So grand rising, everybody, as you jump on, do me a favor, drop that city and that state. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Also, whatever platform that you're seeing us on, feel free to go ahead and share this video. Share this video. We're broadcasting on our YouTube channels, and we're also broadcasting on one of our Facebook pages. So definitely go out there and share, share, share. And we're going to be answering questions. So we got True Prince, we got Princess Diamond, Marissa Morales is on here. Then we got some people on our other platform over here. And guys, you're gonna be able to see this again when you go to our YouTube channel. So we're talking about the problems that business owners solve. What 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 problem are you solving? What problem is your business solving? Is going to be important. Now, a lot of people started business during the pandemic. They started a business during the pandemic, whether they called it a side hustle, or whether it was a full blown out business. They started something because they needed to make more money. They needed to compensate. Needed to offset the money that they lost. They may have lost money because they lost their job. They got laid off. They got the hours were slow, whatever the case may be. They needed to feed themselves. Um, and a lot of people jumped into this thing called business, or into this area or this lane prematurely, not understanding what all involves being successful or having forward progress as a business owner. But one of the things that you have to think about and consider is that when you shop as a consumer, you're shopping partially because you have a problem. You're shopping in the industry, you're out there in the grocery stores, in the supermarkets, in the department stores. You're online shopping partially because you have a problem, partially because there's something that you cannot do yourself. And you're looking for something, you're looking for a company who can actually solve your problem. Whether your problem is clothes, apparel, whether your problem is food, maybe you have some houseware problems. You may have some issues because you want to go on vacation. You may have some problems with your children and being able to provide things that they need for school. Whatever the issue is, you are shopping. You're shopping honestly because there's something that you need or want, and you cannot do it for yourself, or you don't want to do it yourself. So I want you to think about that in that respect. Devon, Grand Rising, thanks for jumping on. I want you to think about that in that respect. And from a customer perspective, I want you to think about it as if, okay, I have a problem and I'm looking for someone to solve my problem. Now, let's flip that as a prospective business owner. If you got started during the pandemic, if you got started over the last 6 months to, I want to say maybe 36 months, there's some things that you may have not learned along the way. And because business is a such fast-paced moving opportunity, it's such a fast-paced moving thing. A lot of people, sometimes we put the cart before the horse. We get started, and that's great. Getting started is one of the most important things to do, especially if we don't have the confidence, especially if we don't have the know-how, the every bit of the skill set, or we don't have the support that we actually desire from certain individuals. Okay, so getting started is going to be important, but you have to ask yourself, as I have gotten started, what type of self development have I done along the way? What type of lessons have I learned? What type of learning am I doing for myself? How am I building myself up? And one of the things that a lot of business owners who decide to become business owners have issues with is finding out who they're going to sell to. Okay. That deals with your target audience. We're going to talk about that at another time. But once you find your target audience, it's going to be a lot easier to offer your product. But you also need to understand that your product, your service has to solve a problem. So, what problem is your product or your service solving? So, I'm going to talk about this in a different couple of different areas because I'm actually on two different YouTube channels right now. One is a service company, and one is a product based company. Okay, one's tangible and one you really can't see, but both I believe are so important to your lifestyle and to your business that you cannot make it without either one of them. Grand Rising, Dana, thanks for jumping on. So I'm gonna ask you guys a question. If you had a problem with a product, meaning that I'm gonna throw vacuum cleaners out there for example, because I was having a conversation with a friend about vacuum cleaners. Um, if you had a problem with dirt on your carpet or dirt on your floors, you would probably be looking for the most cost effective and also the best vacuum cleaner, the best product that can clean up that mess, right? You would probably be looking for price first, either price first, excuse me, or you're going to be looking for value and or price. Can't always get them both at the same time. But let's say you're looking for price. You watch the commercial. Somebody threw some debris onto the floor and they let it sit, right? They let it sit on the floor. They probably sprayed some stuff on the floor as well, and they let it sit. They let some gunk. This is them getting ready to solve your problem. You may have a lot of little kids in your household. You may have children. You may have grandchildren. You may have pets. Something that's going to cause a high volume, a high traffic of dirt and debris in your house. They have already put themselves in a position with this product, this vacuum cleaner, to solve a problem. They have let this debris sit on the floor, in the rug, um, the hardwood floor for several hours, several minutes, maybe even just for that commercial. I don't know. Whatever the story that they're telling you, right? But the problem that they're solving is that you need a reliable piece of equipment that can clean that carpet, that can clean that floor. So you see this vacuum cleaner commercial, and this vacuum cleaner commercial shows you how well it can suck up that dirt. It shows you how well it can clean that floor. And oh, yes, by the way, they do have a cleaning product as well that you can actually use to shampoo that carpet to get that dirt and debris out of that. And that vacuum cleaner also probably may double as a carpet cleaning mechanism. Now you have two in one, and you feel like you've gotten so much value. You've seen how this product works, you see how it looks, and you just from viewing it, and you say, man, you know what? I believe that can solve my problem. I believe that can solve the high traffic volume that's in my household with the kids, the grandkids, the pets, or adults that are going back and forth. And you take a chance on purchasing that product because you believe you've been convinced. They didn't convince you. The information that they showed, the commercial that they shared, has convinced you that this could possibly solve your problem. That's what business is. Business is finding a product or a service that can solve a problem. Now, that company, now I want to make this clear. That company that shared that commercial with you, the vacuum cleaner commercial with you, they didn't invent the vacuum cleaner. The vacuum cleaner's been around for years. All they did was improve on the vacuum cleaner. This leads to another issue with new business owners. Everybody's looking to be the first, next, best, new thing. And I want you to think about this. There's so many, there's so many different ideas out there. There's so many great products out there that we can actually use to solve customers' problems. But we have to understand that we don't have to necessarily reinvent something that's already working. So that's just an example of the vacuum cleaner. Okay, vacuum cleaners have been around for years. Whether you have an upright vacuum cleaner, whether you have a heavy duty vacuum cleaner, whether you have a lightweight vacuum cleaner, or whether you have one of those handheld joints that goes into your vehicle, um, it doesn't matter. They've been around for years. Now you don't have to. They didn't have to reinvent the idea of the vacuum cleaner. They just improved on how it can be used. They improved on the suction. They improved on the ability to for it to pick up the debris. They maybe they improved on the filtration system. I don't know, but they improved on the wheel. They didn't try to reinvent the wheel. So when you're going out there looking to solve problems in the marketplace as a business owner, you might want to keep that in mind as well. Now, on the other side, when you're talking about apparel, there's lots of people who have jumped into the apparel business. And the apparel business is, um, I'm not going to say saturated. I'm going to say the apparel business is full. Okay. It's full. But just as you go to different department stores, there are people that are going to shop every day, every other day. They're going to shop for different items. Maybe they're going to shop for undergarments. Maybe they're going to shop for just regular t-shirts or button down shirts, or in the wintertime, or as winter comes up, they may be shopping for long sleeve pullovers, things like that. You don't have to reinvent what people are shopping for. You don't have to, people always say, you know what, well, you have to stand out. Yeah, you do have to stand out, but not necessarily in that product, because that product that is already out there is already selling. Ask yourself, how can you add value to that current product, and how can you jump on that problem solving train? Because somebody's already solving a problem. If I'm in a climate, if I'm in an area where the climate is cold, if I'm in an area where I need sweaters, then I don't have to go out and knit a sweater. Not necessarily. If I'm in a climate where I need a scarf to go around my neck or a hat to go on my head, I don't necessarily have to make a hat from scratch or knit a scarf from scratch. I can literally find a scarf or a hat or a sweater, and I maybe can add a design to that. Maybe I can put a patch on it somewhere. Maybe I can put a trendy design on it. I've just added value to something that's already solving a problem. Because what's the problem? The problem is that it gets cold in this part of the country, and people need things to cover their heads and go around their necks and to cover their arms. So I want you to think about it like that. Solving problems as a business owner is going to be the easiest and fastest way to making money in business. But you have to be able to analyze and not always think that you have to recreate. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. What you're doing is you're adding value to the wheel. Maybe you're adding rims or hubcaps to the wheel. I don't know, whatever type of wheel it is. Maybe you're shining that wheel up to where it looks more attractive. Maybe you're taking that tire, if that wheel comes with a tire, maybe you're taking that tire and you're cleaning it and putting Armor All on it and making it shiny and more attractive. Whatever the case may be, you want to consider the problems that are being solved already and how you can actually become a part of that problem solving process. So, this is the part where I ask you guys some questions, okay? First of all, I see a lot of people have checked in. Um, Thank y'all for jumping in. Tanita, I appreciate you. ANZ Creations, thank you. True Prince, appreciate you. I want you guys to answer this question. If you're a business owner, if you are a business owner or a side hustler, because those side hustlers and business owners, they solve problems. Do you understand what problem you want to solve? I know that's kind of a hard one right there. But if you fall into that category of a business owner or a side hustler, do you understand the problem that you are trying to solve? Do you have a problem that you want to solve? Because your product or your service should be solving a problem. Try to think about that. Your product or your service should be solving a problem. When you get to the point and say, hey, you know what? My business is not doing as well as I would like it to do. You're welcome, Marissa. If your business is not doing as well as you like it to do, my business is not going in the direction that I want it to go. You have to go back and look at it and ask yourself, am I solving a problem or am I just trying to sell somebody something? There are some people in business who are selling with ease because they have decided to get into an industry that pretty much sells itself. They've already they analyzed the industry and they've seen that this is the problem that people are having, and they have gotten into the industry and they say, hey, you know what? I'm going to do this to help solve this problem. But a lot of times business owners, they end up creating more problems trying to solve problems. Did y'all get that? Lots of time business owners create problems in efforts to solve problems because we're overthinkers, we overprocess, we think that, we're going to sell people our brand, we're going to sell people what we want them to buy instead of analyzing what is out there. Before you can sell and market your brand, people have to know you. And the way that people know you is you have to market yourself. You have to advertise. The way people are going to know you is they have to understand who you are, what your product does, and how that product can actually help them before they even begin to buy from you. Before people can even listen to you, they have to gel with your personality. Everybody's not going to be your customer. Everybody, you cannot go out, and this is going to be a conversation when we talk about target audience, but you cannot go out um, with the idea that I'm going to sell to everybody. Because if you go out with the idea of I'm going to sell to everybody, chances are you're going to make some sales, but you're not going to make as many sales as you probably could because your target, your audience is so broad because you're just taking a handful of pebbles and you're trying to throw it out there hoping that it hits something. What problem are you solving in the marketplace? Are you adding value in that marketplace? If you're not solving a problem, maybe it's time to take a step back, regroup, take a look at your product and or your service and see specifically what problem my product or my service is going to be able to solve. Does anybody have any questions about what we spoke about? Because I'm here to answer any questions or address any comments. Questions or comments, guys, on this live broadcast. You can go back and check this out on either of our YouTube channels. We are on the blanks spot right now. Also, we are broadcasting to National Business Builders. One is a product based company, and the other is a financial education business building company. Anybody? Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I wanted to keep this broadcast short so you guys can go back and check us out. Make sure you pay attention to our schedule. We will be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Always on YouTube, guys. Always on YouTube. Always broadcasting on YouTube. And you can go back and check out these videos. Make sure you subscribe to our channels, either the Blanks Spot, that's TheBlanksSpot, or you can subscribe to us at National Business Builders. Thank you. I appreciate you guys for coming on. And like I always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. I see everybody at the top because there's too many people struggling at the bottom. Peace.